What's going on? Looks like I'm having some issues on Facebook. But anyway, what up, my outlaws? The show must go on. Yes. I want to talk about Ben Roethlisberger. I want to talk about Ben Roethlisberger today. Just give me a minute. Facebook messing up. It's a celebration. Did you see the game yesterday? You know I had to put them in the background. I'm going to get to it today. Let me send out some alerts because YouTube will be playing with me. Give me a second. Now, if you want to talk about the Steelers, hit me up. I'm going to put the thing in the link, the comments. Give me 1 second. YouTube be playing with my money, man. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, I'm going to talk about them Steelers, man. Now, I was on Facebook majority of the day getting into it with these fools. They ain't fools, man. They family, but it's all love. And they was calling me out. Give me a second, getting the text. I'm trying to get some people on this line because if you're gonna talk that stuff, let's go and talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. You got the floor. I'm gonna give you the floor. Give me 1 second. Important business. But anyway, it's more appropriate for my rant. Now, I'm gonna put the link in right now. For anybody want to talk about the Steelers? People was going in on me today because I said 8-8 is not a winning season. Everybody went after me. They said, no, you can't be talking about Mike Tomlin. That's my no. He the black king. Don't talk about him. That's what they said to me today. They went in on me. I was just taking it like a Bruce Lee champ. You ever see when Jackie Chan fighting 100 people? I was like, ping, 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 ping. Don't talk about this. This is things you don't talk about. If you wanted to chime in, I put the link in the description box. Click on the link, then click on Chrome. Now, if you got an iPhone, it's hard to get on the iPhone, but you know, I guess everybody got an iPhone. So, but I'm gonna let this beat ride, man. We'll talk about this today. Now, I'm on Facebook. And I put a post out. And it's just interesting, man, because I don't be going on these guys' posts, man. I go on my posts. I'm posting on my stuff, and they coming after me. But I love it. They family. But I said today, I was like, you know how everybody's saying Mike Tomlin had a winning season. He had all these winning seasons and stuff like that. And I think he said they never had a losing season. Well, my opinion, a losing season is not making it to the playoffs. Now, hear me out. 500 is not a winning playoff. It's just not. when you get to the playoffs, it's a lot to deal with the playoffs. The playoffs is huge. Maybe I'm spoiled because I'm a Pittsburgh fan. Now, right now, I'm down in the South. Had to get out that cold weather. I like that old track. Let me go back. I'm down in the South. So I had to get out that cold weather, but I am a Pittsburgh fan for life. At least the Steelers. So maybe I am spoiled as a Pittsburgh Steeler fan. And I just don't see 8-8 being the great thing. Because you're not making the playoffs. If we look at it as a business, the city lose money. How many people can experience when a team make the playoffs in the whole place around it? Now I live in the South, and the team, the high school team won. They went to the championship. They played in the Georgia Dome, right? They shut down the city. People making money because these high school athletes made it to the finals. So what are you telling me? Why do the owners give money and incentive if you make the playoffs? Because their contracts is only 16 games. Now, if you play football, you watch it, let me know if I'm right. But I'm pretty sure when they sign that contract, the contract's only for 16 games. So, and we all know most of the players are broke. So they want to make the playoffs, right? It's a winning season. Do you think Mike Tomlin went to, training camp and he said, look, if we get 8-8 season right after we won 11 games, it's a win? Stop it. Stop it. They going in on me, bro. It's my opinion. Tell us it's my opinion. But I know one thing. When Pittsburgh make the playoffs, when they get that wild card, people make money. Ubers. Making dough. Chicken spots. The whole city shut down. Everybody making money. So how you gonna tell me it's not a successful season? I even brought up this. Shout out to a couple people who was talking to me, but let me turn this off. I even talked about this because they were like, "No, that's a successful season," and yeah, maybe I was wrong. I was calling for Tomlin to be fired, but a couple people changed my mind on Facebook. But I think he should get written up. You can't. In the last 11 years, you won 3 playoff games. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but last 11 years, you won 3 playoff games, and we all know how hard it is to get a good quarterback. We are about to get. People don't understand this as a Steeler fan. We are about to be in the quarterback wilderness. The quarterback wilderness. You don't want to go in there because you don't know what's going to happen in the quarterback wilderness. We didn't have to be in the quarterback wilderness for years because of Ben Roethlisberger. Quarterback. Now, if you can hear me okay, man, go in the comments and hit a 1 for me if you can hear me okay, because down in the deep south, and sometimes things be messing up down here. But anyway, it is hard to get a good quarterback. Now, granted, I haven't watched all the games. I haven't watched all the games because they were losing. And that's another thing I was saying. If a team is losing, people stop supporting the team. Now you have diehard fans. Oh, give me a second here. Got Facebook ain't working for me. Anyway, if you're on Facebook, man, I would appreciate it if you could go to YouTube, man, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and also hit that notification bell so you can see when my videos are coming out. But it is so hard to get a good quarterback. Well, maybe not now. They're grooming them now, man. They're popping them out. So maybe we won't go through that drought like we did after Terry Bradshaw. Now, for the people who know who's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, the '80s was rough for the. It was a rebuilding time, and Chuck Noll was not Chuck Noll in the '80s. Chuck Noll, he stole. Well, I ain't gonna say steal. That's a harsh word, but he took the Miami style of playing when they had Zonka and on them, the run first, pass, play defense. That was Miami style in the '70s. So Chuck Noll took that, and he just been blessed with a super team, if you will, in the '70s. But when they start getting old, and they all quit like around '84, Joe Green, Joe Green, all them quit in '84. He sucked. The team sucked. Who was his replacement? Mark Malone? Mark Malone, man. I remember Bobby Brister, uh, Mike Tomczak. We went through some bomb quarterbacks. So that's the problem. And I am pissed as a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Pissed. Because we got to be in this quarterback wilderness. Because Mike Tomlin and his team of people did not prepare for the quarterback wilderness. He did not prepare. I think what they're going to try to do is they're going to say, because Tomlin got this next man up mentality, and he's going to get one of those quarterbacks that he has on a roster, and they're proving that they're not good. Do you remember when Ben Roethlisberger was out for like the remainder of the season? How did we do? How did those auditions go? So I want to talk. What will be Ben Roethlisberger's legacy? That's what I want to talk about. And also, I want to talk about all the offensive coordinators that he had to deal with. All the offensive coordinators he had to deal with, but he still put fear in the AFC North since 2004. That's my quarterback.
It's really unfair. It's my team.
It's my teammate.
It's my quarterback.
Real quick, let me go on Facebook, man, because a lot of people sending me messages yesterday. I didn't even get them. Man, let me see. But anyway, if you're on Facebook and you want to get on, go on, either click on the description. It's a link. If you want to talk about the Steelers, you want to talk about what Ben meant to you. If you want to hate on Ben, hit me up. If you want to hate on Ben, anything you want to do. But I'm gonna give respect to Ben Roethlisberger. Now, people were saying his career he was slowing down, and that's true. It's hard to have someone fall off in front of your eyes. Now, I call this legacy the end game. End game. Steve Rogers was probably my favorite Avenger from watching the movies. At the end of Endgame, it was sad. I teared up. He went back to get the stone back, I think it was, and he came back and he wanted to live a life. He took so many hits. People booed him. He was outlawed. They wanted to arrest him. Steve Rogers. Shout out to him. And then he became frail. He wasn't the same person. He wasn't the same fighter he was. That's what I say the Ben Roethlisberger is, man. Ben Roethlisberger is a OG. Now, there's some people don't like him. They say, "Oh no, you're a rapist. You did this, you did that." But thank goodness for him, and he will be missed.
It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
You will miss him. This dude put Pittsburgh on his back. As soon as he came in, everybody know what was going on back then. I think we had Mike Tomczak. Leave a comment below if it was true. I mean, was it Mike Tomczak? Mike Tomczak did pretty good when he played Cleveland. We beat them, and early 2000s we had Cordell Stewart, but you know, he couldn't read coverages, so we struggled. He had a good season, I think 2001, and then he lost to we lost to New England because he couldn't read coverages, in my opinion. And I didn't think Cowher made adjustments. Anytime you playing this game, you got to make adjustments. These athletes are just too smart, too fast, what have you. And all we did was run down the throat. And then when he passed, he was passing into two receivers trying to throw it to Plexico Burris. But anyway, I digress. But when this guy get in the game, I think that we lost to Baltimore. I believe so. But after that, he run 15 straight games. He saved Jerome Bettis's legacy. He did. Jerome Bettis was about to get cut in like 2000 because he struggled. He had a good year. Well, he had 1,000-yard seasons, but he was going to get cut because Zeraway was here. Anybody remember Zeraway? Hit that one in the comments. Zeraway had some promising times, and he was going to take his job. Y'all remember that? Jerome Bettis faked an injury so he wouldn't get cut. Now, I don't know the laws of if you get cut or not, but that's what he said in his book. He said he faked an injury to stay on the Pittsburgh Steelers team. And we know he was a shell of a person, taking all those hits. He was getting like 3 yards to carry. And we all remember, I think we won it in 2004. We won against the Jets. And then we went into, I think we played New England that year. And New England do what they do. Shout out to Tom Brady, greatest quarterback alive. I wasn't on the bandwagon. I hated him. It was gonna be on sight if I saw him, but I gotta give him respect.
This is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game.
That's right. So I have to put respect on New England, what they did. But Ben Roethlisberger came in as a rookie and did his thing. Now, I was his biggest critic. But do you remember 2000 what? The season we won the championship, I think it was 2006. Correct me if I'm wrong. We had the game in the bag, and I was really nervous about the Colts. Really nervous about the Colts because we played them in that season, and what happened? The quarterback lit us up. Peyton Manning lit us up. The first play, Ike Turner. Ike went on that play action fake. You know when dude used to talk, bananas 232, apples, your mama. Huh? Remember when Brady used to do all that? Got him with the fake. First play of the game. I was like, man, no one is going to be able to beat the Colts. And before that season, Ben put respect on his name. He went in like a G and said, yo, don't retire Jerome Bettis. I got you next year. I'm going to make sure we go to Detroit, where your hometown, and we're going to win. See, that's the difference between the energy then and the energy now. Do you remember when every single player, when they was about to go to the Super Bowl, I think the game before the Super Bowl, they all wore Jerome Bettis' college jersey. What? It's a different time, man. It's a different time. That's why I say it's end game. End game for the Steelers, at least for now. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Tomlin proved me wrong, but I really don't have faith. Who am I though? I ain't paying. I mean, I ain't on payroll. I'm getting paid now. You know what I'm saying? Like I be talking about those people on social media. I'm like, look, man, I argue on social media, but it's nothing. I'm getting paid to talk now about sports. So, people be pissed off, like, why would you say such a thing? I'm just rallying you up so you can pay attention to me, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm 50 sitting right now. But anyway, so we won that championship. And yes, Ben did not play that great in that first championship, but he made it up. He made up for it. Second year wasn't great. I mean, the year we went after we won the championship, he got on that bike and he doing, he's young 20-year-old kid. But that year, when we had the dopest defense, we had Dick LeBeau, we had Palomalu. Man, that defense. I remember somebody posted that on Facebook. That defense, man, it gave me chills, man. We ain't know what we had. We was spoiled. And I did talk about this because in that year when we won the Super Bowl the second time, uh, I was telling people, I'm like, yes, we have a lot of comebacks, but the defense was losing leads. Even though we were number one in every statistic, we were losing leads at the end of the game. You remember the last time, a couple of times we played Baltimore that year, we had to come back after the offense scored, and then we had to do that with one of the greatest Super Bowls in history. Greatest play. Did you see that throw that he threw in the corner to Holmes? And look all the receivers he had in his career. Yeah, Holmes. You had Heinz Ward, Plexico, Burris, and he still did his thing, man. Yeah, so it's hard to see his career slow down like it is. I mean, like to see someone deteriorate. We saw it with Jordan. You know, surprisingly, we ain't seeing it with LeBron James. And everybody know I'm the number one LeBron James hater. It tears me up that he's winning right now. Oh, but it's all good. He's more than an athlete, though, right? But anyway, give respect to him. What is your greatest moment with Ben Roethlisberger? If you're scared to call in, put it in the comments. What is your greatest moment? Hold on, I'm gonna put the link again in the description. Yeah, so if you want to get it on, hit the link in the description. You come on, say what you like. Did it work? Yeah. What's your greatest moment? But I'm gonna celebrate him, man, because this is the once in a I ain't gonna, it may, hopefully it's not once in a lifetime, man. Because the Steelers, I don't know what they're doing. Like they never played a free agency game, you know. But Ben took so many shots. That's why I respect him. 18 years and he got sacked the most in ever. 551 times he got slammed to the ground. So he put fear into all those guys in the NFC North. And this is the problem that I have with Tomlin. You knew this day was coming. You had so much time to get his replacement. Now, much as I want to say, those two is cemented in history. Mike Tomlin and Ben Roethlisberger. They're going to be like Bill Walsh, Joe Montana, Bill I don't know who was coaching when Steve Young was playing, but Tom Brady, Belichick. The future. Now, this is my problem here. This is why I'm mad. This is why I'm pissed off. I do not want to see Cleveland and Baltimore Well, not so much Baltimore. They won 2 times. I'm over them. They have success. I like Lamar. I like Lamar Jackson. But Cleveland and the Bengals, I do not want to see them win. I do not want them to have the same feeling that we had as Pittsburgh Steelers when we won our championship. I want them to be mad and break a TV when they lose. Now it's funny. I'm on social media, and again, everybody's telling me, "Oh man, Tomlin, he never had a losing season." I'm like, I believe a losing season when you don't make the playoffs. I don't care what you say. Ask Marvin Lewis about that. Marvin Lewis went 133 wins and 122 losses. When he took the team, uh, the Bengals sucked since they had Icky Woods, that stupid Icky Shuffle stuff. I used to do that Icky Shuffle too. I was a youngin' man. Don't judge me. They ain't win since Icky Shuffle, and I wanted to keep it that way. I don't want them excited. I want them to get mad and push their wife around when they lose. I remember when one time when the Steelers lost in '94. We lost to the Chargers. We was at the 3-yard line. We was at home, and I remember walking up to the store where I'm from. I'm from Braddock, representing Braddock. I remember walking to the store, and you can hear a pin drop. It was so quiet in the city. That's how I went in Cincinnati and Cleveland. They should not have the success and joy that we have. So that's the question. The future of the AFC North, where's it going to go? It definitely predicates on the quarterback. You agree? Lamar Jackson, one of the top quarterbacks, he's actually struggling now. You have Joe Burrows, which is dominating right now. What's going to happen? Now, Mayfield sucks. I you had one of the best receivers. You had a lot of good talent there. I think he had, since 2018 he has the most interceptions. So I ain't worried about Cleveland, but I am worried about Baltimore and Joe Burrows. Now, Baltimore is a wounded bear, and I don't know if anybody think that the Steelers going to make the playoffs. If I think Indiana has to lose to Jacksonville, I can't remember. Let me know in the comments. But we always in this predicament. Not all the time, but it sucks to see. But you have Lamar Jackson, who's going to be balling out for a while, and my cousin told me the backup is even as good as he is. Some hard balls, man. But then you have Joe Burrows. Now I am pissed. They're happy in Cincinnati. They're out there like who they partying. Come on, man. Come on, Pittsburgh Steelers. But I have to put respect, like I said, on Roethlisberger's name because I got tired of hearing about the '70s Steelers with them dudes in a wheelchair. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go, Pittsburgh going to. Like we was worshiping these guys. I'm so thankful that team in the 2000s won a championship, so we don't really have to talk about them. Shout out to Roethlisberger, man. We cannot fall behind in this division. Now in the '70s, I got to give them a shout out, man, because they got a chance to play with the fishnet cut. When you see the stomach, the short shorts, when they sit down, their balls pop out. That's their era. A lot of them had to work in the summer. They had a summer job playing football. Can you believe that, man? But Roethlisberger did his thing. I'm just tired of watching the '70s football play. Like it's so slow. I'm like, was they fast? But they show it in the instant replay. I mean, slow motion. But I'm like, it looks slow to me. But anyway, who? My question is, Who is going to be the next quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers? That's the question. And I wish Tomlin would have answered this a while ago. Who's going to be the quarterback? Now, a lot of people saying Rodgers may come here. They say the quarterback for Seattle, Wilson, but I disagree, and this is why I disagree. Um, he, him, and the guy from Houston Texans, which is probably on the deck. The guy allegedly said they say he's raping girls or whatever. They struggled with pass protection. They struggle with pass protection. Why the heck would they come to the Pittsburgh Steelers when Pittsburgh struggle to protect the quarterback? Now, shout out to Harris, our running back, Najee Harris. Man, he did his thing. He did his thing this year. That is like one of the only bright side of this season, other than T.J. Watts. Man, that dude's a beast. Now, I have to give credit where credit's due. I talk about Tomlin. I say, he draft. I don't like the way he drafts, but he picked up two heck of a players. But why would Wilson come to Pittsburgh if we don't protect our quarterbacks? I don't see it. Why would Rodgers come here if we're rebuilding? Did anybody think of that? We have Claypool, who he's a reincarnation to me is AB kids, right? You got Juju, who ain't do nothing since AB left because when AB was here, that he was able to stretch the field and then he was open. Not so much anymore. I don't think he had a 1,000-yard season since AB left. Juju. Now Johnson is good, but he fumbles the ball like Butterfingers. So why would somebody like that come to this? Now, I ain't gonna, the Roonies is dope. The Roonies are a dope organization, but I wouldn't come here if I was those players. Now, there are some other ones. I think I have a list of them, but there's some other quarterbacks that could come here, like Jameis Winston. He's going to be a free agent. That might be a good pickup. He's 27 years old. He got a strong arm. I think that's what Ben Roethlisberger had a problem with. His arm was duds anymore. He couldn't throw long balls anymore. Ben Roethlisberger, like these kids will know what he used to do. It's like an urban myth. He used to get in the pocket and stay in that pocket and dance around and throw a freaking dart. That's what he was doing when he was in Miami of Ohio. But he didn't have that anymore. So I would like to see, and this is my picks, man. I think Jameson would be a good pick here. What y'all think about that? Jameis Winston for the Pittsburgh Steelers with a black coach. I like that one. Hold on, I'm gonna try to pull up the free agents real quick. Look at here. Look at here. Look at here. So look at these free agents right here. Let me see if I pulled it up right. Okay. Let me make sure it's playing right here. So Ryan Fitzpatrick, he'll be a free agent. Andy Dalton, I don't really like that pick. I think if Andy come here, it'll be cheap. It'll be cheap. He's 34 years old, and maybe he can get us through another 8-8 season with Pittsburghers, the Yinzers think it's a successful season. Nick Foles, 32 years old, he'll be a free agent. Now we have Cam Newton, but I think Cam Newton is done. Cam Newton to me will be the same thing when Michael Vick came here. We'll have high hopes because Those type of athletes are really good when they get their legs. They don't read coverages. They don't need to back when they were fast. But now you have to read coverages. You can't run anymore, and you can't read it. So I would pass on Cam Newton. And this is my opinion. Tyron Taylor, I don't really know what he. Well, if this is his stats. I don't. Yeah, I don't think he would be a good fit either. Um, but for me, like I said, Jameis Winston or Teddy Bridgewater to me. Okay, Chad Henne is on a free agents block, but I don't see him leaving Kansas City. Geno Smith, is he good? I ain't like him when he was with the Jets. I don't know. Or should we stick with Dwayne Haskins? You think? I mean, some people say he's good, but I mean, like, what did he do with Washington, man? Why ain't Pittsburgh letting him in, letting him play? They're seeing something that we're not seeing. You know. So, but at the end of the day, we need a great quarterback. Or I mean, hey, we have a good quarterback with Pitt, and I don't know when the Steelers are going to end up picking. But should they trade up to get? I think his name Pickens. I can't remember. But the quarterback for Pitt, would that be a good idea? You know what I mean? For me, I think if you can get him, he'll be the best fit because they already know what he does. They practice in the same facility. You dig what I'm saying? They practice. I mean, if they could get him, that would be. I think he's going to be an awesome star in this league, and that's why I wish Pitt would have just tanked this whole season and try to get a quarterback. You got to do some desperate measures, man. Um, History shows that we don't get good quarterbacks in free agency. The Rooneys, and I don't think it's going to be any different. I just believe that Mike Tomlin got this next man up mentality, and I just see. I don't like when someone feels like they can't get fired because they'll stop doing their job like they're supposed to. If he knew he was going to get fired, the Rooneys were going to fire him. He wouldn't have done that. You know, people got his back. The Rooney's got his back because what it looked like them firing a black man if they got the Rooney rule. That's an oxymoron. So he's comfortable. To me, this is my opinion. So who will be the next quarterback? That's the question. Now, I I would like I said I would like to see Jameis Winston. What do y'all think, man? Jameis? But anyway, I just wanted to give respect towards due with Ben Roethlisberger. The people who said he was going to challenge me today, they punked out like I knew they were. But they'll have Twitter fingers tomorrow because I'm gonna go up there trolling like I usually do on social media. They ain't like my comments. They don't like my comments, man. But it's cool. But I respect theirs. I respect their opinion. When they watch this replay, I respect you and I love my haters. So I shout out to all my outlaws and shout out for the people who support the channel. Um, the Cash App LJ Report 412. And if you haven't already, definitely go to YouTube, like, subscribe, and share. And I'm gonna leave it as that, man. You guys have a good day, and I'm gonna be trolling tomorrow, so check me out.